Hello students, today we will start chapter 4, that is using Excel as a database. So first, what is database? A database is a collection of information related to a particular subject such as maintaining addresses and phone numbers, a list of library books, keeping students record pertaining to academic and co-curricular achievements. All those things are known as database. So next thing is, what does the database consist of? A database basically consists of fields and records. Okay, so what is field? A column within a database that contains only one type of data, that is called field. Okay, so the header name that contains all the file type is known as the field. Suppose you can see in the picture, figure number 4.1, this is how our Excel database looks like. Here roll number, name, English, Hindi, maths, all those are the field name. Okay, and next thing is record. What is record? A row in a database is called record, which consists of the information about one person or object. Okay, so suppose in the roll number row we are having the values like 101, 102, 103. All those things are known as the record. Okay, and there is another thing that is called field name. What is field name? Field name is basically a column label for the field in a database. So what type of data we put in that row or in that field, that is known as the, that name is known as the, that label is known as the field name. Okay, next, using a form to enter data. So how can we enter data using a form? For doing that, first we have to know what a form is. A form is a dialog box that provides an easy way to enter or display a complete row of information or record. Okay, so what is a form? If the form is basically a dialog box that provides an easy way to enter data or to display data. These are the two functions of a form. Okay, so how it functions? A form has text boxes to enter data in fields and common buttons to manipulate those data. Okay, so how a form works? It provides text box to enter data and some different buttons. The buttons can manipulate the data that we enter. Okay, so this is how a form functions. Now, before adding a record in the form, the worksheet must have field names as the top of each column. Okay, so if we want to add any record in the form, the worksheet must have field name. If we don't provide the field name, the Excel cannot access the particular row or the particular field where we should enter the data. Okay, so what are the features of a form? A form has few features, like it displays one record at a time. It can be used to add new records and change the existing records also. So what are the features of a form? A form not only can display a record at a time, one record at a time, it also helps to enter data, or it also helps to change or modify the existing data. Okay, so this is one of the feature of form. Next, any record can be deleted. It also helps to view the record which matches the specified criteria. Using a form, you can create a search criteria. What is search criteria? Search criteria are basically some conditions based on which you want to search for any particular data. Suppose you want to find the data of roll number 1, every details of roll number 101, then you have to write a criteria, search criteria according to that particular condition, based on those particular conditions. So a form also helps to view the record, and as well as it also provides the option to use criteria. Okay. In Microsoft Excel 2010, the forms option is hidden by default. Okay, so Microsoft Excel makes the form option hidden by default. How can we find that? To find forms, we have to click on the file tab, then options. The Excel options dialog box opens. Then we have to select the quick access toolbar tab in the left pane. Then we have to click on the drop down arrow of choose commands from option. Whenever we are clicking on the drop down arrow, a list will come out, and from that list we have to select commands not in the ribbon option. Okay, so from the drop down list, what we have to select? We have to select commands not in the ribbon option. Now we have to select the form options from the displayed list using the scroll bar, and we have to click on the add button. Okay, after clicking on the add button, we have to click OK, and whenever we are clicking on that OK button, we can see or we can find the form button on the quick access toolbar. Okay. Next, adding new records in a form. How can we add new records in a form? So using the data form, we can add a new record. For doing that, what we have to do? We have to follow few steps. Okay, what are those steps? First, we have to select on a particular cell where we want to add a new record. Suppose the cell is A2 as given in the example, books example. So suppose click on the cell A2. Next, you have to select the form button on the quick access toolbar. The sheet 1 dialog box will appear. The sheet 1 dialog box contains the record of the first students in your database. Okay, now to add new record, we have to click on the new button. Next, we have to type information in the respective fields for the new record. So after clicking on the new button, we have to provide all the information in the respective fields for the new record. Okay, now we have to click on the close button to close the data form. So what we have to do to close the data form? We have to click on the close button. The new record will be visible at the end of the database. So whenever we are clicking on the close button, then we can see that the newly added record is visible at the bottom of the database. Okay, so the new record will be added. Now we can move to the previous or next record by clicking on the find previous and find next buttons respectively. So to move to the previous record, we have to click on the find prev, and to go to the next record, we have to click on the find next buttons. Okay. Next is searching a record. How can we search a record? For searching a record, we have to click on the form button on the quick access toolbar. After clicking on the form button, we have to select the criteria button in the sheet 1 dialog box. What we have to click? We have to select the criteria button in the sheet 1 dialog box. The criteria will be displayed in the upper right corner of sheet 1 dialog box. So where the criteria will be displayed? It will be displayed in the upper right corner of the sheet 1 dialog box. Next, we have to type the data that we want to search in the appropriate field. Okay, so what we want to search, that we have to type on that particular field. Okay, suppose we have to type 104 in the roll number text box to find all the details of roll number 104. Okay, then after typing that particular search criteria, we have to press the enter key. What we have to press? We have to press the enter key. If the record exists and matches the given value for that field, it will be displayed. Otherwise, the first record will be displayed. So whatever we typed, if any data matched with that particular text or anything that we have entered, then the entire record will be displayed. And if anything does not matches with the given data, then the first record of the database will be displayed. Okay. So this is how we can search a record. Next is sorting data. I think we all know what does sorting means. The sorting means arranging data either in ascending or in descending order in a worksheet. Okay. So data can be sorted in rows on the basis of text, numbers, combination of text and numbers, or dates. Okay, so these are the criteria based on which we can sort any data. Next, what does sorting? How can we sort any data. Okay, the next thing is how can we sort any data. For sorting some given data, first we have to open any worksheet and select the data that we want to sort. So after opening any worksheet, we have to select all those data that we want to sort. Now we have to click on any cell, suppose B2, okay, and now we have to select the sort button in the sort and filter group of the data tab. So after clicking on any cell, we have to click on the data tab, then in the sort and filter group we have to click on the sort button. The entire database will be selected and the sort dialog box appears and as shown in the given figure. The top figure of the page, figure 4.5, sorting data sort dialog box. So whenever we are clicking on the sort button, this type of sort dialog box appears. Now we have to select the field column on the basis of which we want to sort the form, the sort by group drop down list. Okay, so what we have to do? Now we have to select the basis of the sort. Okay, from where? From the sort by drop down list. As you can see in the picture figure 4.5, there is a sort by drop down list. Whenever you are clicking on that list, a list will comes out. Okay, now you have to select the values option from the sort on drop down list. Now what we have to select? We have to select the values option from the sort on drop down list. Okay, then we have to select the sorting order from the order drop down list. So in which order, ascending or descending, that we have to select from the order drop down list. By default A to Z option is selected. Now you can change it to Z to A option from the drop down list. Okay, so this drop down list is having only two options, Z to A and A to Z. By default A to Z option is selected. You can also check the My Data Headers checkbox to exclude the first row containing the column headings of your data from sorting. So if you don't want to sort the field name or the first row, what you have to do? You have to check on the My Data has Headers checkbox. What does this do? This option consider the first row as the heading and excluded from the sorting criteria. Okay. Next you have to click on the OK button. Whenever you are clicking on the OK button, and whatever criteria you have given, your database will be arranged in that particular order. Okay. So you can also sort by more than one column. Okay. How can you do that? For doing that, after sorting by name, if you want to arrange the list by roll number, you have to click on the add label button in the sort dialog box. Where you have to click? You have to click on the add label button in the sort dialog box. Whenever you are doing that, a new label gets added before the first label. Okay, you can see it in the picture figure number 4.6 of the book, adding label. Whenever you are clicking on the add label button in the sort dialog box, a new label gets added below the first label. This is how it looks like. Okay. Now you have to mention the column name as the roll number in the then by drop down list. So what you have to mention? You have to mention the column name as the roll number, because you want to arrange the list by the roll number. Okay. Then where you have to mention it? In the then by drop down list, and order of sorting as largest to smallest in the order drop down list. Similarly, in this level, the order list is largest to smallest and smallest to largest. You have to select largest to smallest. Okay. Now you have to click on the OK button. So whenever you are clicking on that OK button, the data will be sorted by the roll number also. Okay. So this is how you can sort the data. So this is the thing for today, that using how we can use a form to enter data, how can we add a new record in a form, how can we search a record using the form, and how can we sort data using the form. Okay. So in our next class we will be discussing about more. listen to the video properly and read your book carefully. Okay, we will meet in our next class and we will be discussing about the rest of the chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.